Bonjour et bonsoir. Hi, I'm Hillary, and welcome to the Luxury Fibers podcast. I am also known as Madame Halsma on Ravelry and Instagram. I will preface today's start by telling you that this is the third time I have recorded this. And this is a totally separate day even than the other two times. Okay. First time, I was on a roll. It's doing all my talking. I was so into it. And I looked down and I'm like, man, I've been talking for a while. I wonder how long. Big fat 0 at the bottom of my screen, not recording. Second time, I had to break it up into 3 chunks because I have a toddler with a tummy ache. And one of the chunks, this intro portion that's kind of important, poof, gone. I don't even know. I have a sad baby tad out there right now, so this segment's going to be kind of short, sweet, and to the point. So, different clothes, different hair. Bear with me. That's where I am in life. So, this week you are going to see fiber on the needles, fiber FOs, fail fiber, some luxury fiber events, luxury listening, luxury fiber for the tummy, ooh, fiber of the future, and paper fiber. So, let's jump into the portion that I didn't get recorded before. We've got fiber on the needles, so I pulled these out just for you because I packed my stitches bag today. I'm so excited. So, here's what I've been knitting. This is the Reyna shawl. You saw it last time. It's got some pretty good progress on it. It is roughly 3/4-ish of the way done. Right? It's so not going to get finished before stitches, which was my goal, hope, dream, aspiration, but look at that mushy goodness. Look at it. Love it. Squish it. Hello, I see you. Bah. Yeah, so this is Madelinetosh Merino Cashmere Nylon Blend and Electric Rainbow Fingering Weight. This is the Reyna shawl. I wonder if my pattern tells me who it's by, because I stink at telling you who things are by. Whole lot of nope on that. Alright, well, I will link to it in the show notes. Check out, there's going to be a new website for the show notes to appear on as well, so hopefully I can get some RSS feeds going so all of you can hit that in your podcast aggregator. So I showed you last time the Gnome Acres Zombie Flannel yarn. This is also in the fiber fail because this is cast on number 5 for this. Got put in timeout several times, but this is going to be a pair of shorty socks. Right now I'm thinking Rose City rollers, thus the rolled all knit stitch. I may get brave and take charge of my knitting and mix up 2 patterns. I'm still kind of new for that though, so I don't really know how that would work. But that's what that's going to be. I have another thing that'll be in FOs. But yeah, I don't have a lot still on the needles because I have 2 FOs this week. What? So yeah. It was at this point in my last podcast that the toddler came in and asked for milk. So you'll be getting a follow-up with, okay, back from getting milk. Peace. Hey, I'm back. Kiddo has got milk. Good. Okay, so those are all of the FOs. Let's talk about fail fiber. So those socks that I showed you earlier, that was the 5th cast on for those. Yep. Dropped stitches, tried a DPN 2 of the times. Couldn't get it right, couldn't get them divided, kept dropping the cast-ons, didn't know how to fix that. put them in timeout for a day, and then decided, listen, you're gonna work this time. And they're behaving pretty well right now. My other fiber fail is, I don't know if I told you, or I did tell you about the baby wraps. There's no segment this time for that. But I had a loom. It's still in my dining room. A friend let me borrow it to try out weaving. I didn't even make it to the weaving part because, let me just tell you, if you're a weaver, so time consuming, so much time, so much to do. I do not have that time and space in my life right now. This is just a different season, and perhaps it will come into my life some other season, but right now, Mama ain't got time for that. Those are my fails. That's pretty good, not to have that many fails. Let's talk about fiber of the future. I have a lot of future fiber because gearing up for stitches, I feel a lot of startitis coming on. Like, I can just feel it tingling in my arms, my fingers. I'm just cast on all the things. So, there's a shawl that I am thinking about knitting. It is called the Back to School shawl. It is a 2-color, which I've never done color work before, but I'm feeling kind of brave. I can do this. The designer of that shawl is actually going to be at Stitches Midwest, I believe in the Buffalo Wool Company booth. I think her name is Jenn. I don't know. I don't remember. I saw it on the Stitches Rav forums. But it is this nice, long... I don't remember even what shape shawl it was. I love that it has like little chevrons of a solid color and then a background, I think of stockinette or garter that is they did in a speckle. And I got to thinking, I was like, ooh, I'll buy something for that at Stitches. And I'm like, oh, wait. I have something that would be amazing. Boom. Look at this. This is Poste Yarn and their sock base. This is part of their test kitchen because they're starting to do speckles. That's not something they've really dabbled in before. And then they sent you this nice solid with that. Right? This summery aqua blue with this white and black and red and aqua. Maybe a little bit of orange and yellow. Yes. If you look in the show notes, I will do my best to find at least a picture of that, because I searched it on Ravelry and I could not find the pattern for the back to school shawl. Found back to school everything else, but not my shawl that I was looking for. So that pattern I will likely be buying at Stitches, and unless it's only in kit form, and then I might be sad and slightly annoyed, but then I might just find some yarn that I like and still use this, or knit 2 of them. So there is that. Also, in the way of Christmas gifts, I've been listening to the Yarniacs podcast and Jen Sheelen, and decided that the yarn cozies, they're not yarn cozies, the ball jar cozies, like jar cozies that you drop a tea light in and have fun funky tops. I'm going to try to knit some of those. I think they would be kind of fast. They're a tube. It's also lace work, which I have never done before, but lace work in fingering weight seems less intimidating than lace work in lace weight. I don't know. This may or may not be true. This is just how the brain works. But one of them I want to knit is called Faeiries Firelight. That one's by Jenn Sheelen. And boom. Does that not just scream sparkly fairies and deliciousness to you? And kind of Christmassy because it's red. Hello. When I first bought this, it was going to be fingerless mitts for myself for Valentine's Day, and that so didn't happen. So now, that's where it's at. This is actual silver fibers, and it's discontinued because the company is Dream in Color, and this is their Starry Sock Weight with silver. It's 98% Australian Merino and 2% silver. It's discontinued because they don't, or this berry one is discontinued. When I was told by the shop that I bought it at, because they no longer put actual silver in it. They use something else, which I can't remember what it is, but it's not pure silver. Boom! Like that. Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard a kid. I was listening. So there's that. And this, I haven't decided. I know who it's for. I know who the yarn is for. And it's either going to be socks, but I'm finding I'm not loving knitting socks because it takes me forever. I may not like knitting the yarn cozies either. I don't really know. That might take me forever. But this will either be socks or a yarn cozy. Look. Look. Oh, come on. Read it. Read it. There you go. All these different little shades of green. And it's called Tannenbaum. It's a Madelinetosh sock. Or fingering. Yeah. Oh, no. This is their MCN too. Oh, I forgot that I bought that. Oh. This might have to go. Something about cashmere on a jar seems like total blasphemy. I don't know. Maybe I'll force myself. But cashmere on feet, I don't know. All right. Well, you will be something for this person for Christmas. If you have ideas for me of what to do with this, they don't like hats. I don't ever see this person wearing scarves. If you have ideas for me, put it in the Ravelry thread for this show. I would love some gift ideas for a fingering weight single skein, y'all. Single skein, because that's all I got. I don't know if I could find it anywhere or not, but uh-oh. Medium human is back in here. Hey, buddy, what's up? Your chips are yummy? Wonderful. All right, now for let's get ready for stitches. Yeah, go get your drink of water. Oh, here's Mommy's drink of water. You can have some of that. It's right over here. My inner 90s kid's coming out with the Let's Get Ready to Rumble reference, but whatever. It's cool. So, my luxury fiber event is Stitches Midwest. I will be attending this week. We already talked about. And I have been doing some pre-planning because I'm a little bit of an organizational freak. Taken down a notch after having children. But, so, I printed out the vendor plan. Someone else on the Rev forums is just as much of a planning freak as I am. You can open it. Just take a deep breath, twist, and pull. There you go. Good. Okay, so someone else took this map and they see here, these are just booth numbers and kind of small. Well, they blew it up, put booth numbers and vendor names on it. I will be printing that out. And it will also go along with my list of people that I want to check out. What? Who am I stalking? I've been looking at a little bit of pages as I go. I have marked down that you can see here. Green is go to first. Right now, green means go. Pink is participating in the stitch marker swap, which this will be my first year participating in that. It's only my second year going, but boom, go in. Go big, go home. While I'm talking to you about the stitch marker swap, let me show you. So a stitch marker swap, you bring some stitch markers and swap them with either companies or people. And a lot of people were encouraging to make their own. I don't have time for that. Because, I mean, I would have had time for that if I would have looked it all up and been super, super uberty plannery, but I wasn't, and I looked it up within like 10 days of the event, and I don't have time to make that many stitch markers, but I do have time to go to Michael's and look through their jewelry accessories and be like, boom! See, look, your little needles will go right in there. Cute little stitch markers. Here's another one. Shablow! Aren't those beautiful? Dude, even if nobody else wants these, I will use them, and I will use them proudly. And then we got some little circle baubles. These were all 40% off, too. These, I think, are my favorite. I may end up going back to Target just to get some for myself, in case if somebody swaps me all of them. So you know how tassels are hot this season, right? Well, I went perusing in Target, as one does, and look! Look! These are totally gonna be stitch markers. Progress keepers. Fun, happies, all the time. We've got some green, and pink, and blue, and an awesome teal and gold. Purple. Yeah. Love them. I think it was like $2 or $3 for all 6 of these. Totally worth it. Speaking of cool things that vendors are doing, and then I'll let you know who's talking, there's Project Linus, that I don't know a whole lot about, but I do know that they're taking skein donations. So, you know how you get those skeins sometimes, and you buy them, and then you look at them later, or someone donates them to you, and you look at them later, and you're like, it's not exactly for me. However, trash to treasure, right? Suck at a camera. But Buffalo Wool Company is partnering with Project Linus, and if you donate at least one usable skein to Project Linus, you get 10% off of your whole purchase. Right? I mean, I'm all for doing charity with no reward. Totally. Whatever. That's great. I love it. If I can get a reward too, awesome. So, there's that. Now, let me tell you who I am stalking. I will be hitting up the barmaids because these lips need some of their new lip stuff. I might be using their new, they have a order ahead kind of deal to make sure that they're not out of what you're wanting. This might be something I'm doing directly after the podcast if kids are still sleeping. So anywho, barmaids, Cannon hand dyes, because hello, gradient cakes. If you have not seen a Cannon hand dyes gradient cake, go, run, click, Google, internet, whatever. I don't even know what I want to use it for, but they're just flippin' amazing. Dragonfly fibers, because they're the colors of happiness. Hello? A lot of you people I have heard about on podcasts I listen to, and I saw your name, and I was like, ooh, so-and-so likes them, I need to go to their booth. Kind of like Holiday Yarns. Yarny X, I believe, mentioned you, so I'm like, done. Good for you. Because, hello, punnery? That's my jam. And secondly, they're local to me. They're in Indianapolis, which is localish. They're in Indiana, right? Awesome. Then we've got Knit Circus, which all the time I hear about on bajillions of podcasts, almost everyone I listen to. Lattes and Llamas, because of their name. So if you follow me on Instagram, or you follow Lala from the Knit Girls, speaking of llamas, Toms have a llama shoe. I may have bought them just to wear to Stitches. So, lattes and llamas, I'm going to you. Kitchen counter crafter, I've heard about you. Go in there. Lost City Knits, heard about you too. I can't remember where I heard about Lost City Knits, but I'm going. And Neighborhood Fiber Company was also brought to me by the Yarniacs, so I'm headed there. I need to put you on there just because you're fun. Perfectly catchy designs. I don't even know what you do, but your name is splendid. Stephen B, because let me tell you what, Stephen B is the business. And for all of you who work on a Friday afternoon, I will be thinking of you while you're eating your lunch at noon. Because I'm gonna be with Stephen B. I'm so excited. Sun Valley Fibers. I've heard about you on podcasts, and I saw you liking some of my pictures on Instagram. So you give me a like, I give you a visit. Life is good. Okay. I saw your stitch markers too in the stitch marker swap. The sheep with the sun. I can't even. White Birch Fiber Arts, if you don't know about them, last year their yarn that was all the big rage and probably still is Nothing Says I Love You Like a Rainbow. And yeah, I'm gonna go check you out. I'm not huge into self-striping, but I've decided to make myself branch out and at least try to knit a self-striping and see if I can get into the potato chip kind of thing. Yarn Box. They are a Chi-Town exclusive, and Schaumburg is close to Chicago, so I'm gonna go hit you up. Plus, I've seen you liking some of my stuff on Instagram. Can you tell I get a little excited about the Instagram? I mean, when you're a knitter and you see other knitters and famous to you people, liking your stuff on Instagram, you're like, oh! And when you spend all of your hours with tiny humans who don't get it and other adults who don't get it, it makes it even more awesome. Alright, so let me digress a little bit. On that same token, I ordered my mom some Lucy Neatby DVDs, and if you're calling to use a credit, or if you're going to use a credit card, you call Lucy. So I called, and I actually spoke to Lucy Neatby, and I felt like a total rock star moment. So yes, there's that. Let me talk about... Sorry, I'm gonna look at my list here. So I talked about that. If you have any fun places that are local, not your everyday stuff that you can find at like any given mall or whatnot, but just some really exclusive Schaumburg-y places to eat while I'm at Stitches Midwest, shoot them to me in the show notes on the Ravelry forum. I've gotten a lot of recommendations for Lou Malnati's. I think they deliver too, so if I don't have to leave and I don't have to stop knitting, that would be the beasties. So yes, what are you eating in Stitches? I can tell you right now, this girl's gonna eat some cheesecake, because I am totally looking forward to cheesecake. That is, if I had to live on one dessert the rest of my life, it would be cheesecake. Okay. My things that I'm going to buy at Stitches. We'll see if I actually stick to this, or if I just lose my mind. But I need some large buttons, because I have the yarn and pattern for the shawl colored cowl, who I believe is by Alana Dakos, but I would have to double check. I'll link to it just to double check. But I need some large buttons for that, because it calls for buttons. Where better to get it than Stitches? Hello. I need some snips. This girl has no snips. All of these bags, no snips. I also don't have any measuring tape. I just have your generic old, like, legit tape. that you use as a seamstress and whatnot. It gets stolen by my toddler all the time, too. I might be getting some sock blockers and blocking supplies, but I might save that for a not super fun birthday gift, because my birthday is in September. Air Lane bags, I'm visiting you, and I'm coming for you. I think I missed a page, because I don't remember mentioning Aaron Lane, but I'm coming for you, because my needles are calling out to me and going, Mom, Mom, he's touching me. They're hanging out in a drawer together, and they don't like it. So all my circs need a place, all my interchangeables need a place, my DPNs, my fixed. They're like, listen, Mom, I love that you love us and you have a huge collection, but we need our own space. My needles call me Mom. Don't yours. What else? Oh, we already talked about the purple and teal chunky that I'm going to be checking out. I have a hat for someone who shall not be named. That's a Christmas gift. It's a chunky I'm looking for. And maybe some fingering for some more jar cozies. I don't really know. But that's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm leaning. Those are my must-buys. Measuring tape is on there, too. I don't know if I just talked to you about the measuring tape or told you I was going to buy it, but that is on my list. If there's anything else that I need, you need to tell me. I need wool wash. Wool wash. Done. I didn't write Aaron Lane on there. I didn't write barmaids on there either. And I dropped my pen. Whatever, I'll get there. So that's what is going down at the Luxury Fiber event. Now let's talk about fiber in my tummy. So I hope to, over the next coming months, to be the incredible shrinking woman. Because 7 years of marriage and 2 kids later leads to a lot of extra squish that I'm just not digging. And I want to be healthier. I've got some family history of stuff that I just need to be whipping into shape. Hi.
Hi. Chips are good.
Oh, your chips are good. I'm so glad. So, a couple fibery things that we've been eating. We've been doing salsa chicken. You take just your regular size jar of salsa, not like the Costco giant Sam's Club warehouse size. Shh, Corbin. Hey. Corbin. Corbin, I need you to stop and go watch your TV show, okay? Go watch Paw Patrol for a little bit. Yeah, you can go watch Shimmer and Shine. That's fine too. Okay, so you take a couple pounds of chicken breast and you pour your salsa over it and you put this in a crock pot and you put it on low for 6-ish hours and then you shred it up and you have salad toppers, taco toppers. You can put it on brown rice with some cheese and lettuce and onions and that's what we had for lunch. It was so good. I've also been doing lots of roast vegetables from our garden, from the store. Carrots, Brussels sprouts, yellow squash, golden zucchini, regular zucchini, onions. You name it. We've been roasting it around here. Yum. We had some roast carrots with a curry pressure cooker chicken. Oh my gosh, it was so good. What else? I have a plan for some zucchini bites. I don't know if I'm going to get it done because we have a play date tomorrow. Thursday's the day before stitches, so I got to get everything around the house all set up for the husband. So, yes, there's that. Corbin.
Oh my.
Shh. So, that's it for Luxury Fiber for the tummy. So, let me tell you about luxury listening. I like to listen to, I think I told you, the Knitmore Girls last time. That was my first ever podcast that I totally fell in love with. Amy Beth from the Fat Squirrel Speaks. Sorry, I'm looking at my podcast aggregator here. to let you know who I listen to. I mentioned Boston Jenn with the Down Cellar Studio podcast. Love it. Okay, sorry, there was a little bit of a disaster. Crisis is averted. So, those are three that I listen to. Also, recommendations, I listen to the Knit Girls with Laura and Leslie. It's a video podcast. I mostly listen or watch that during nap times because that's when I have a TV to watch. I've mentioned the Yarniacs with Gail and Charlene. They rock my socks off. Oh, I think I was talking to you about Kino Knits. So sorry about that. Kino Knits used to have this segment called Knitting on Safari, which is really cool. She lived in Africa for quite some time. So if you go back and listen to some of her older podcasts, you can get a hold of that Knitting on Safari segment. She just recently moved back to the States, so she's going to try to keep that up, I think, but it won't be nearly as exotic safari kind of stuff. I'm not sure. Listen to her. She's cool. I like her. Who else? Commuter Knitter. She just had twins recently, so her life is kind of crazy like mine. So, kindred spirits. Actually knitting. I just recently started listening to and really, really enjoy it. I also listen to Knit Actually, and I love it. She is in Colorado and does an event called Knit-Nosh, which I desperately want to go to. You have like food tastings and yarn tastings and wine tastings, and I think at the next one she's doing beer tastings. Could that be any better? Food, beer, wine, yarn. No, it could not get better. That is awesome. So yeah. That's basically who I listen to. I'm looking at my aggregator. I'm all for listening to new podcasts. So, Gnome Acres does updates. We'll play outside in just a few more minutes, okay? Thank you for waiting. Gnome Acres does podcast updates, video updates on the yarn and pre-orders and stuff that she does. And she has awesome color taste. So, go check her out. That is it for luxury listening. I feel like I listen to a lot more podcasts than I actually do, but yeah, so there's that. Alright, for paper fiber, I'm still doing Fervent, like I showed you last week, and my daily Bible devotionals. That's something. I also have a friend, Corbin, please stop, who is a teacher, and she has started doing a blog about being a teacher in Indiana and what that looks like, just to kind of give you some insight on the life of a teacher. She's a French teacher just as I used to be, and she has 2 little boys, and they're basically the same age as my kids. Our oldest are 6 months apart, and our youngest are 3 months apart. No, 3 months. 3 weeks apart. So we lead very similar mommy lives as far as that goes. Except I have been blessed with the ability to stay home, and she has chosen to continue on with her career. And so her blog is about her career, and it's awesome. She's such a talented writer and just paints a picture for you. So check that out. I will link to it in the show notes. And I'm looking for a new knitting-ish series to listen to. Although I did see that the new Harry Potter book just came out, and I might have to be listening to that and reading that. If I can't get it in an audio version, I pretty much will not read it. Like, I have all of the Outlander books that just stare at me, but I have them in paper form, like hard form, and I don't have that kind of time. If I have free time, I'm either knitting or cooking or doing laundry or sleeping, because that's what I find important. So, yeah, that I think is it for the podcast today. So, thank you so much for listening, watching, coming to check me out and all of the crazy shenanigans. And I look forward to talking to you after stitches. and letting you know about all the amazing things. It's going to be amazing. I know it is. It's going to rock my socks off. So I'll talk to you later. Au revoir.